morning, which resulted in a very lucky escape for a Ynysygwas motorist. The accident happened at Cwm Afon near Port Talbot, when the bridge at Ynysygwas literally fell into the River Avon. Motorist Paul Barry managed to get clear of his car and was unhurt but rather shaken. The vehicle was moved and diversions were set up. Water, gas and electricity mains in the area were cut off, and engineers started checking the stone structure. The bridge links the villages of Cwm Afon and Cymer, and local residents say they've been worried about it for years.
The bridge itself has had holes in it in the past, and they just seem to patch it up. But we get articulated lorries, lorries full of heavy coal, and the bridge itself shakes as you go over it. And, well, we've been saying, people who pass up and down the hill have been saying for many years that this bridge is going to collapse, which it has.
A Pontypridd councillor is...
His life. People living nearby complained too much traffic had been using the bridge over the River Avon at Cwm Afon near Port Talbot. Water and sewerage services to hundreds of homes were cut off.
The bridge collapse happened dramatically as early morning motorists were on their way to work. The 33-year-old concrete bridge had linked the villages of Cwm Afon and Ynysygwas. Its collapse cut off water supplies and sewerage to hundreds of properties, and 32-year-old Paul Barry of Ynysygwas was fortunate to escape unhurt.
I'd come, turn around the right-hand bend, and where the bridge had collapsed, there was a step in it, and the front end of the car shot up in the air, and I fell down then into the river where the bridge had collapsed in the middle.
So what are your feelings at that moment?
Well, I didn't really know what had happened. It was dark in the morning, like, and only the headlights were on, and it's so close to the bridge where you turn the bend.
So you were obviously very fortunate not to be hurt in any way.
Yeah, well, it's just lucky the bridge collapsed in the middle instead of where it is on the ends. Otherwise the car would have just dropped into the river.
The bridge's collapse angered people living nearby who claimed it had been unsuitable for heavy traffic.
It's been a very busy bridge. We've had a lot of heavy traffic using it. Really, as you can see from the steepness of the hill behind me, that's not really an ideal spot for heavy lorries. Lorries coming down here have had to stop at this junction to make the turn. The road really not much better than a car track at the bottom here. They've skidded across the road. In the last 4 years we've had 5 lorries through the wall of St Michael's Church and ended up on the gravestones behind there.
So what's been the feeling among local people about that?
Well, we've had petitions to the council over a number of years. Our local county councillor Mel John has made repeated representations to the Highways Department, and we've had no response from them, only to say that a small notice has been placed at the top of the bridge saying it's unsuitable for heavy traffic. Yet from the M4 motorway, all the traffic for the Cwm Afon Industrial Estate is routed via the A4107 down this hill.
Engineers from West Glamorgan County Council have begun an investigation into what went wrong.
The nature of the bridge, what perhaps has changed over the years, and whether or not there's some checks that may apply to other structures in the rest of the country. Everything like this is always checked for comparability.
What kind of traffic use has there been over this bridge?
Standard traffic for the area, and it is a link between the two sides of the river. There's a fair distance between the main road down south and the Dannybont Bridge upstream, which itself was repaired some years ago, rebuilt.
But local residents said the bridge had been used by much more than just standard traffic.
No, he's totally misled there. The last time the county did a survey on this bridge, they did it in the miners' holidays and when the school children were on holidays, therefore reducing the amount of coal traffic being hauled through here, and also the school buses that run over here.
As for Mr. Barry, his car has a bent chassis. Tonight he considers himself to be a very lucky fellow.
Just a bit, yeah. I don't fancy swimming that early in the morning.
Very lucky man. The campaign to prevent a coal handling contract from leaving